Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this special edition of The Balancing Act. I'm Julie Moran.
And I'm Olga Villaverdi. That's right, we're giving thanks today as we focus on feeding our American family.
You know, this time of year is especially hard for those less fortunate or for the homeless when it comes to mealtime. So we're talking with an organization called Feeding America and learning more about their Give a Meal program.
To that end, the folks from Honey Baked Ham are here. They work in connection with Feeding America, and they have some great holiday ideas as well.
It's so important to remember to give back at this time of year, and we've got great ways to do it. The Balancing Act begins right now. This is such a special time of year. With the holidays upon us, for many it's a time to feast and celebrate, but unfortunately there are many families across the USA that don't have enough to eat.
That's right, and there is, however, an organization working to change all of that. Great story here. It's called Feeding America, and here to tell us about their Give a Meal program is Mara Daly from Feeding America. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mara, it's so great to have you in the studio.
Thank you so much for having me.
You know, what is it when you say give a meal? What does that mean?
Give a Meal is a program that helps feed families all over the United States during the holiday season. For every $1 that people donate to Feeding America across the country, we can help provide 10 meals to hungry families.
Now that's unbelievable because a lot of people will say, okay, what can $1 do? 10 meals, huge difference.
Huge. One of the great things about Feeding America is that we are so efficient because we deal with so much donated food that the cost really goes into transporting that food directly to the families who need it the most. And so that's why $1 helps go such a long way.
That is so amazing. And when you think of families and children out there going hungry, it could really be anybody, right?
That's exactly right. Sadly, there are hungry people living in every county of the United States. There are moms and dads with small children who are hungry, seniors who have spent their entire life working hard and retired on a fixed income. It's all over the United States.
And I know you brought a video which we got a chance to see. It's so compelling. I'd like to show our viewers, if we may. Okay?
Absolutely.
Let's take a look.
Humberto and I are both Army veterans. When I got pregnant, I chose to leave the military. Humberto was medically discharged from the Army in 2011. After that, we have moved all around the country looking for affordable housing and steady work. Within the last year or two, we have actually had to live in our car, which we thought was the best option to keep the family together. We have found various resources that allowed us to finally find a home. As a mother, your heart breaks to have your children tell you they're hungry, and I can't feed them. That hurts me so much. So that's where we started looking for food banks. I think food pantries are necessary to people who are at a low, who are having trouble. I don't think thank you is enough to anyone who's helped us. They gave us more than food. They gave us hope.
Wow, that's really inspiring in a way.
You know, we are so grateful to the families who help us raise awareness about the issue of hunger and are willing to tell their stories so we can help educate the American public about the issue that's so important.
And where do our viewers go to donate?
Viewers can go directly to our website at feedingamerica.org and make a donation.
So good to know.
Thank you so much, Mara. Really appreciate it. $1, what a difference.
Makes
10
a difference.
Absolutely.
All right. And as always, head over to our website for lots more information.
That's thebalancingact.com. Also, remember, join us on Facebook and Twitter. Thanksgiving is nearly upon us, and for many, it's our most cherished holiday, a day to spend with loved ones, celebrate our blessings, and of course, eat great food, especially comfort foods. And what better comfort food than a honey-baked ham? With us to celebrate tasty, easy to prepare wonderful food for Thanksgiving and any festive occasion is Mary Adams, a friend of mine at this point, a general store manager for Honey Baked Ham. Her store is located in Columbia, South Carolina. Good morning.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, before we talk about this, and let me tell you, this is a staple in my household. Let's talk about something that you just celebrated, something really great that you want to announce.
Yes, just recently I received Manager of the Year. It was quite an honor. I am so excited.
That means you've sold a lot of Honey Baked Hams.
Yes, I've sold a lot of Honey Baked Hams.
Well, good for you, Mary. And let me ask you something. The holidays are coming. I'm extremely busy. My mom used to make things from scratch, and she stopped doing that immediately and started getting a Honey Baked Ham instead. Why is that sometimes a better option?
Well, you know, a holiday is the most wonderful time for family and friends to spend for holiday. It can also be a very stressful time. But with a delicious, tender, moist Honey Baked Ham on your table, there's no reason to stress. We give you less time in the kitchen and more time with family and friends.
And especially after you're cooking for so many hours and sometimes it doesn't come out right. Here, you're getting something
perfect every time.
Done. Now let's talk about what we have here today. Talk to me about this beautiful spread.
Today we have for you our delicious spiral sliced ham. Front and center of your table, it will always be moist and delicious.
I love it.
Accompanied by delicious slice and glaze turkey breast and our heat and serve delicious sides. They are simply awesome. We also have premium desserts, pies, and delicious cakes.
I love these hams. Now, I have to be honest. I think I've been eating a Honey Baked Ham for Noche Buena, which is Christmas Eve, and Thanksgiving since I was a little girl. How long has Honey Baked Ham created all these traditions?
Honey Baked Ham opened the first Honey Baked Ham in Michigan over 50 years ago. With its patent spiral machine, cutting the most tender premium meat, and 3 generations and 400 stores later, Honey Baked continues its tradition.
And now the sizes vary because this is the kind of size that my mom would get, but I know there's sizes for everyone, whether you're having a small gathering or a large gathering, right? Can you tell me about that?
Yes, we have a variety of sizes. Our associate can help you find a perfect size for no matter what family occasion or any events. Our hams are spiral sliced in store, and they're hand glazed with that delicious, crunchy, sweet glaze. And they're fully cooked and ready to serve.
Now, Mary, tell me a little bit about Kitchen Connections. I know there's a special makeover for a very special viewer.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Honey Baked Ham is redefining the way family and friends spend time in the kitchen. And this holiday, when you purchase our delicious spiral sliced ham and our slice and glazed turkey breast, you can enter to win a $25,000 kitchen makeover. How awesome is that?
Mom, did you hear that? Are you kidding? Is that in
Yes.
South Florida too?
Yes.
All over the country.
All over. And you have until January 11th to get your entry in.
You know, something else I love about Honey Baked Ham is that you guys give back, which is always important because whenever there is success, it's important to give back to the community. And we had the pleasure of speaking with someone regarding Feeding America and how you guys have joined forces. Tell me about that because it really touches my heart to know that you're feeding people who don't have the means to eat.
Yes, it is Honey Baked Ham's mission to celebrate life one meal at a time. And we feel it is our responsibility to help those struggling with hunger in America. Honey Baked thus far has donated 3 million meals to Feed America.
Wow, that's
And it is our goal this holiday to raise 1 million meal.
God bless you. And something else I want our viewers to know, it's not just for the holidays. I mean, this is a great go-to when you don't have food in the kitchen.
Anytime. Honey Baked Ham is available for any event, any occasion. We do all the work for you so you can spend more time with family and friends.
And the taste is?
It is simply awesome. The most moist, delicious ham you will ever have with that delicious, sweet, crunchy glaze.
You can be here any time of the year, holidays, my birthday, whatever you want. Thank you so much. And for everybody who wants to know more about Honey Baked Ham and all your achievements, they go to what website?
honeybakedham.com or visit your local Honey Baked Ham store.
Best breakfast of my life. Thank you so much, Mary.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank you so much. And if you'd like more information on today's Thanksgiving Day segment, visit us at thebalancingact.com or get a little holiday social and follow us on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you, and I'm telling you, the Honey Baked Ham, the best.
Caring for a loved one at home can be challenging. Over 66 million people in the U.S. are caring for a loved one. Maybe it's an aging parent, a child with special needs, a wounded soldier, or a young couple with a recent diagnosis. Fortunately, there is help. And joining me now is John Shaw from Caregiver Action Network and Robin Santos from the Clorox Company. I want to thank you so much for both being here in the studio today.
Glad to be here.
All right, John, I want to start with you. I was really surprised by that 66 million number.
Yes, that's right. There are tens of millions of family caregivers across the country. 2 out of every 5 adult Americans now. But what surprises a lot of people, Julie, is that most care doesn't happen in hospitals or doctor's offices or medical clinics. It actually happens in the home. But the fact is, that's a good thing because people are happier and healthier in their own home. They want to age in place. And as long as they're safe and healthy at home, that actually reduces healthcare costs too. But if you're the caregiver, helping them take care of themselves, that can be a huge challenge, and it can really take its toll.
Oh, I'm sure. And Robin, who usually takes on that role of caregiver?
That's such an interesting question because what we've found is the face of caregiving is changing daily. Ultimately, we've always thought it was the woman in the home that would take on caregiving responsibilities. However, when Clorox entered the space, we wanted to actually talk to current caregivers. So we polled about 1,000 caregivers within a survey. We did find it is still 65% female. However, men are taking on a much more active role within the home. There's so many physical aspects to caregiving in terms of moving from bed to bath, down the hallway, etc. So men are definitely taking on a role, as are adult children in the houses, people that are returned from college that are helping taking care of a grandparent or another disabled sibling.
Well, I'm glad to hear that about men, taking on some of that responsibility. And John, what kinds of things are these folks facing as caregivers?
Well, I think one of the things we hear most about is isolation, this feeling that you're doing it all by yourself. You're out there alone. There's also a big financial burden. There are a lot of out-of-pocket caregiving costs. And some families even have to make alterations in their home for their loved ones for safety, security, cleanliness reasons. So if you're visiting your elderly loved ones at Thanksgiving or over the holidays, check those throw rugs. Maybe they should be removed to prevent falls. See if the bills are piling up and not getting paid. We have a lot of resources to help family caregivers. Those of us at the Caregiver Action Network can. So people should check out our website, caregiveraction.org.
Wonderful. And Robin, tell me about Clorox and CAN and what you guys do together, your partnership.
Well, when we were launching the Clorox Care Concept line, which is a line of products to help with home health care, at that point we realized there's not a lot of resources out there. So we decided to launch the whencarecomeshome.com website. At that point we realized we wanted a partner like CAN, who's an advocate in the space for caregiving and has so many of those resources that John was just mentioning in terms of the emotional aspects of caregiving as well as the functional ones of what to do day to day and A through Z caregiving.
Well, caregiving is, we all know, exhausting. It can be. And what caregivers really need to take time for themselves, don't they, John?
Oh, it's absolutely important to take time for yourself. And remember as a caregiver to take care of yourself first. And watch out for signs of depression. Caregivers are actually twice as likely to suffer depression as non-caregivers. And if you're a wife caring for your husband, you're 5 times more likely to suffer depression.
Wow.
So you really have to watch out for it. Get screened, talk to your doctor. Realize if you're feeling depressed, well, that's pretty common for those of us who are caregivers. But get some treatment and make sure that you're strong enough to care for your loved one.
Important. And Robin, there is something rewarding, certainly, about being a caregiver as well.
There really is. Among all of the caregivers that we met, one of the interesting things is they may not even self-identify as a caregiver. To them, they're taking care of a loved one. They're taking care of their parent, their child. And I think at that point, they realize this is so amazing and it's such an inspiration to me because I'm actually walking this walk with somebody that I love and somebody who gave to me throughout my life and now I get to give back. So that outweighs a lot of the challenges I think they're feeling day to day is the positive aspects.
No, I'm sure it does. Just thanks for stopping by. Great information, really important information that you shared with us today. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
All right, and you want to learn more? I want you to log on to thebalancingact.com. We are also on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for spending part of your morning with us. We hope we've shed some light today on ways that you can help give back and help feed those less fortunate at this time of the year, Thanksgiving.
That's right. Remember, $1 can make 10 meals. Such a small donation can make such a big impact. And absolutely, remember to always check out our website, thebalancingact.com.
Find us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And until next time, remember, find your balance, everybody.